Hello, how's everybody doing? Happy Thanksgiving. Before we get started, I want to say welcome to all of my Sunday school dropouts, my Facebook saints, and my YouTube saints. This is pre-recorded, okay? But I just wanted to take a moment to say happy Thanksgiving and just have a little fun with you. I'm sure that you're getting ready to eat a bunch of turkey and dressing. And so regardless if you're watching me Thanksgiving morning or if you're watching us after you've eaten your turkey, I hope you don't go to sleep because you're full. We just wanted to come on and talk with you guys for just a minute. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for joining. You are more than welcome to let us know that you're new and where you're from in the comments, and we will show you some love because we always enjoy having new people in the family. My name's Brandlin, and I have brought with me today the parentals. My mommy and my daddy. I look just like my mommy, and I'm crazy like my daddy.
Amen.
You second that motion. But one thing that I absolutely love, and I say this all the time about Thanksgiving, which is my personal favorite holiday. I love the food, I love the family, and I love my faith. And so today we just want to talk a few minutes about food, family, and faith, okay? A lot of you all have reached out to me via email or inbox messages just saying, I need a little encouragement. This past year, 2020 and 2021 have not been good for everybody. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. And unfortunately, this is the time of year where a lot of people do feel down. And so I asked my daddy to come on with me because, I'm a Sunday school dropout. He actually knows the Bible, and she heard of it too, far more than me. And so I wanted them to just come on and talk for just a minute, a little bit about. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything, but I'm going to start off with this. Daddy, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
If you have a person who just needed some words of encouragement, this time of year can be really rough for a lot of people. Some people feel lonely. A lot of people this time of year shop and give and buy, and some people just don't have it to buy or to give, and that can be really depressing. Or they have family issues, or there's an empty seat at the table where somebody once sat. What would you say to kind of help them get through the holidays?
Well, first, I would encourage everybody to stop allowing those negative vibes to come into your mind. Mm-hmm. Despite the situation, you are still yet in control. And sometimes you have to know how to ride a storm out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For someone who may not know what you mean, if you're in the middle of trauma, what do you mean when you say ride a storm out?
Well,
how do you do that?
First, you got to trust God.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure that you have a strong level of prayer. And then you got to have a positive outlook on all situations. And that is, I just mentioned that in our Thanksgiving message. That mm-hmm. is the hardest thing to do, but it can be done.
It can be. Mm-hmm.
It can be done. Watch the company you keep so that they don't feed into your negative spirit, nor you feed into theirs. So it's a number of factors that's involved, but it can be accomplished.
Mm-hmm. You have to make a choice to be positive,
right?
Because it's easy to be negative.
Yes.
One thing you've always said in the pulpit, I don't need you for my pity party.
No.
You can have a pity party all by yourself.
Right.
You don't have to have somebody else for that. And so it's not easy. Being positive is not easy. It is a choice.
Right.
You have to choose to do that. And Mama, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. I consider us to be rich. Wait, I'll explain. No, I'll explain. As a family, we're rich. We're rich with love. Right. We're rich with togetherness. I always say, even though you have 4 children, and we all have children, and we all have spouses, all of us can be in this house, and tomorrow we will all end up in the same room because we're so used to being together. And so in that way, we are rich. But Mama, can you think back to a time where that financial richness didn't kick in quite like we needed it to during maybe a holiday? And how rough that was, or how we were able to just kind of ride that storm out?
Well, yesterday.
Okay.
No. I think it goes back to what we just finished talking about. Mm-hmm. Yes, there have been some very lean times, but you always hear people who try to hold on to the positive. Always say we were poor, but we didn't know we were poor.
Right.
And that's because you focus on what you can do. Circumstances are going to be circumstances. If you focus on the circumstances, you're going to miss the little things.
Mm.
You have to get your eye off of what's going on around you
Mhm.
and create what you can do with what you have in front of you. Because if you try to keep up with all the issues and circumstances around you, you're going to find yourself going down that rabbit hole, and there's not always a good end.
Right. So what she's talking about is I think our family has had chicken in every form
You
possible.
weren't hungry.
We were never hungry. We didn't go hungry. But I mean, it's a miracle none of us are clucking, because you took what you had and you made do. So we've had, I feel like what Forrest Gump, barbecue chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, chicken sandwiches, chicken pasta. We ate, I mean, that's just what we did. Or we made a game out of it, because I do distinctly remember we had a candlelight dinner once or twice.
Because I thought it was important.
We thought we were doing something. We thought it was an adventure, but the lights were out. But you made do with what you had.
And I think you have to face reality.
Mhm.
Reality is that week, the lights were out, but nobody went hungry. Nobody was cold. And it was, you made light of the situation.
You might have bumped into a wall trying to get to your room.
Got a flashlight. But you have to find the humor.
Mhm.
Now the next day or two, I think we froze a fish in the fish tank, but
Oh yeah,
in the
rest in
end-
peace. That fish is going on to glory. No heat. Poor fish.
in the end, though, we had what was important,
Yes.
and that was each other, and
Mhm.
the joy of being with each other. Like you said, we're always together.
Mhm.
You always say we don't like each other. We
We
may not
not-
always like each other,
But we love each other. Mhm.
And love will get you through love and humor
Yes.
will get you through a multitude of hardship.
Absolutely. And speaking of
And
humor, and faith,
Yeah.
and faith. Speaking of humor, you know what? I can't. I can think. I was going to say, can you guys think of something funny that has happened to us around Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, you share it.
The year that someone who shall remain nameless, I'm very big on food at Thanksgiving, and somebody in our family who shall remain nameless decided to put walnuts in the dressing. Do y'all remember that?
Mimi, I will not allow her to continue to talk about you like that.
I just wanted to be said. I did not call anyone's name. But I will say my dressing should never be crunchy, ever. Ever.
I think that's the difference between dressing and stuffing, maybe.
Well, I was not stuffed. I didn't eat that. It just got pushed around on my plate. Daddy, what's one thing you're like this year, this particular year, when we think about all the craziness that has happened in our family and the pandemic, what is the one thing you are super thankful for this year?
Family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All of us coming together as one, despite personal conditions,
Excuse me.
situations. It's just good to have family,
Mm-hmm.
and that excites me.
Okay, that's good. I understand. Right before we started filming, my daddy turned to me. He's like, "Wait a minute, how old are you going to be this year?" And I had to remind him I'm turning 40. And he looked at me and he just went, "Whew." And I'm like, "Yeah, he's getting old, isn't he?"
You're right about that.
You're getting up there. You're getting up there. So your oldest child is 40. Does that feel crazy to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or when you think about the fact 40 years ago, I mean, you had, I won't even say 40 years ago, 30 years ago, you had little ones, and now the little ones under your feet are your grandchildren.
Well, you turning 40, and I think about when we had you in the stroller, pulling in around this time of the year in Davison's at the mall.
At the mall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And those years are long gone.
And
We can still go to the mall though, if you want to take me.
He said in the stroller.
Oh no,
And not
that ain't
him.
happening.
He ain't gonna be the one.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be in the
I think that gives ear to what you just said.
Mhm.
They may have been some rough days, but we can look back on fond memories
Mhm.
during that time. We did
Yeah.
some crazy stuff.
Yes, we did.
We did
Yes,
some
we
crazy
did.
stuff and enjoyed
Every minute of it.
broken all.
Mhm.
So
No, look, standing out there when the Titans
Oh,
won.
yes,
We were living in
we-
Nashville, and the
yes.
Titans won their division, and we almost froze standing
Yes.
outside
Waiting for the
welcome them
team.
to come back.
Yes.
No money, just standing there to smile at a team.
Well, we were in the stadium.
But we were in the stadium.
Yeah.
That's about the only time we made it in the stadium. Mom, what are you thankful for this year?
My family.
Mhm.
Thankful that even in the midst of COVID, when I think of family, not just our immediate family, extended family, God has taken care of us.
Yes, he
God
has.
has taken it. It feels
Mhm.
like we were, I hate to say set aside,
Mm-hmm.
but he takes care of his own.
Mhm.
And we remained faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Church never missed a beat. We weren't in service, but we weren't
We made
out
line.
of service.
Right.
We were never
We're
out of
never
service.
out of service, and you could
Never
always
out
and
of
still
service.
can always tune in
Yes.
to YouTube to see that. How do you feel? And when it comes to, so we talked about family, we've talked about faith. Let's talk a little bit more about food for a minute. How do you feel about the fact that now that we are getting older, we're going to start contributing more to the meal?
Okay, I can help you real good. This year,
Mm-hmm.
more than any other year,
Okay.
Mommy is going to supply the table. Y'all can do the rest.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think it. All these years, like you said, all these years,
Mm-hmm.
Mommy and Daddy have provided.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
This year,
y'all
we're
can-
providing
y'all can
the
provide.
table.
Yeah.
Be bountiful and
Yeah.
multiply.
Okay.
Bless us.
Oh, I'm a bless you. We're going to Waffle House. Scattered, smothered, and covered.
No,
Mm-mm,
it
mm-mm.
never changes. It never. I just before we started recording, Chris called.
Yes.
Mommy, are you making dressing?
Yes.
Yes, Chris.
Stop. Let me explain.
Oh,
Okay, we're gonna be honest, and I feel like somebody's gonna back me up on this.
try it if you want.
Just wait. Just hear me out. Our entire lives, my mama has cooked for us. Okay. And then I don't know, right around when my brother turned about 16 and figured out how to use the microwave properly, she came out the kitchen and she hadn't been back. So when mama says she wants to go somewhere new to eat, everything in me, I want to take in the kitchen and say, here you go, because that's just not her thing anymore. Right? Is that fair?
Right.
If it wasn't for my baby sister, my poor daddy wouldn't eat. Oh dear. No, I don't want you to get hurt. But so at Thanksgiving, we want my mom to cook, and we love her dressing. And for some reason, she never makes enough. Now she will always hold against 1 year. She made 2 pans of dressing and we didn't eat both of them. So therefore now we can only get 1 pan, but she never remembers all the other years where we were begging for more. 1 year. So now we have to almost fight. It's like the Hunger Games. So we want the dressing. So I don't know. As we get older, I don't know who's going to take over that part of it. Probably my baby sister will take over most of the cooking because I'll help her.
She's off to a good start.
She's off to a good start. I'll help
Yeah.
her. And my sister Mel's going to make sure we look cute at the table.
Everybody's hair will be-
Everybody's hair will be fixed.
I don't
For the
know.
exception.
For the exception. But she can bring the paper products.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's allowed to do that.
Yeah. Plastic forks and knives.
There it is.
Stop, because we
And the
have
napkins. She's good.
She's
at
good
that.
at that.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have requested her devil eggs.
Just listen to the title though, Daddy.
Yeah, the devil in the cooking.
There it is.
Oh man.
We love her though. We love
Yeah.
we love her. We love her. Everyone has a ministry and everybody has a lane.
But
You just gotta know
wait,
where to stay in
Here's
yours.
the thing.
Mhm.
Mel can cook,
Mhm.
but Mel wants her food to look just as good as you do, and that doesn't always.
That doesn't always.
equate
And you know
to
my rule. If I
good.
got to pray twice before I chew, it's probably best to don't.
Well, food doesn't always have to look good. It
Right.
tastes
tastes
good.
good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mel, I'm sorry. I'm just on for the ride. And that's
Mhm.
them. That's them.
We love you though. Because when I tell you Mel will make you look like $1 million.
Yeah.
That's her ministry.
We're looking forward to the
Mhm.
Devil Eggs.
Okay.
I know William is.
William is. Okay. All right. That's what. Well, listen, I'm not going to hold you guys. This was just a moment that I wanted to share with you to get some insight and make sure that everybody is doing well. I hope that you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Now, look,
I'm
once
sorry.
again, it's okay.
They're my favorite
That's
son-in-law.
her favorite son-in-law. So she's going to pick up the phone. Look at her. Now, guess who it is? Me. It's my husband. It's my husband. See what I'm talking about? But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and let you guys know happy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You see what I'm doing?
All right. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
That was an important phone call. Daniel is frying our turkey, and he needed to know what time are we eating tomorrow. Important information.
Very important.
Okay, fair. But
Pardon me.
it's okay. It is okay. We just wanted to come on for a few minutes and say, who you calling?
Nobody?
You know, they say it's the young people with the phones. I'm just proof. It ain't me.
That was an incoming.
Anyway, listen, I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, that you enjoy all the turkey and dressing or whatever you choose to eat, even if it's something as simple as a peanut butter sandwich. Just be thankful. Be thankful for family. And like I always tell you, family does not mean they have to be blood. Family could just be those that you choose to be close to. And I ask that you be thankful for your family. Be thankful for just another day. That's all we need is just another day. So before I go, you know what I'm going to say. So I don't even know why we're playing. Do you know what I'm going to say, Daddy?
No.
Yes, it's hard. Mama, do you know what I'm going to say?
Get your shine on.
Get your shine on.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. You guys have a wonderful and blessed evening.